So guys, from task 1, which is your research task, you're going to be picking out 2 masks that you liked, and from your drawings I have chosen Tiki and Tiki mask. Firstly, what I'm going to be doing, obviously, I have printed out my image, but you can be working from a screen as well. But what I'm starting to do is just lightly sketching the basic shape of the mask. And remember to draw that really nice and lightly, just to allow any amendments or changes to it, and to make sure that it can be rubbed out easily. What I'm now doing is I'm defining that line by slightly leaning a little bit heavier. This just allows me to see what shape I'm working in. Then what I'm starting to do is lightly marking the halfway mark. So you'll see in the image and my drawing that the Tiki mask does have a centre line, and you're following a line of symmetry. This will help me when you're starting to draw the basic shape of the eyes, the mouth, and anything else. What you'll start to see in the video as well, you'll see the way that I'm holding my pencil. So I'm not holding it down at the tip like I'm writing, I'm holding it a little bit further back, and this will give me the right amount of pressure to sketch lightly. If you're holding it down the bottom, it will give you quite a sharp dark line, which isn't that good for when you're sketching. So you'll start to see now that I'm just drawing in the lines above the eyes. I'm lightly marking those areas in. I'm now starting to draw the decorative part at the head. What you can do, if you prefer, you can use a ruler to help you with this. Now what you're seeing me doing is just slightly amending the drawing, and because I've drawn nice and lightly, I can easily change and rub those lines out. You can move your paper, guys, if you prefer. You can see obviously that I move the paper around a lot. It just depends on the angle of which I'm drawing. So it's up to yourself if you want to do that. I do prefer that, so again, it's just what you prefer to do. Take your time, guys, when you're drawing this, so you'll start to see that there's different types of lines. There's straight lines, there's natural curved lines, there's angled lines, so really try and look at your image that you're drawing and then back at your drawing. Obviously you can't see me drawing and how I'm looking between both, but I'm really concentrating between the image and back at my drawing. Now once I'm happy with the eyes, I'm then going to start to draw in the basic shape of the nose. Again, you can use a ruler if you want, but try and freehand this as best possible. So what I'm starting to do is mark out the bottom just so I can see how much space I've got for the actual mouth part. Now I'm starting to just define the edging of the Tiki mask, because I started to see that there's a little bit of an indentation for the mouth. And then I'm using the halfway mark, so you'll see everything that I have drawn has started from the halfway mark that I originally drew in at the start. This really helped me drawing the Tiki mask. Obviously if you've got a slightly different way, that's fine, but this really worked for me. Now you'll start to see that I'm rubbing out the centre line that I drew in at the start, And I'm now starting to define the edge for me to start to draw the details of the lips and the teeth in. So starting with the lips, draw that in, and then you're just now blocking in the basic shape of the teeth. This will help you then to add the details in of the more natural curved lines and the gums. Once you've done that now, you can finish up your details, see if anything else needs to get added in, as in like dots, or you can see here that I'm starting to add in the double thickness of my line. So when you look at your image, any areas that have big black bold lines, I'm starting to add a second line to this just to show that it is a little bit thicker on my line drawing. Obviously, if you're going to be using a ruler to this, you might not want to use a ruler for any curved lines.